you tried riding faster off-road or on the trails and ended up crashing, or maybe you just want to prevent this because you don't want to get hurt? Well, one of the biggest things I hear about from my students or people like you is they often get pressured to ride faster. So what does it look like to feel or be pressured to ride faster? Well, one common sign is you're starting to slide out when riding off-road. So when you're going a little bit too fast for your skill or your comfort zone, your front wheel or your rear wheel starts to slide out. Now, obviously you don't have 100% traction when riding in the dirt, but when you start to slide out and you feel like you shouldn't be, so you'd start to tense up. It's like, whoa, that was a close one. I should probably slow down. That is a really good sign that you're being pressured to ride faster, and if you keep doing that, you're probably gonna crash. Or another big sign is when it's hard to manage the throttle and you possibly whiskey throttle, maybe you save it, or maybe you ride into a tree. So you're trying to ride faster and this causes you to tense up and it makes it harder to control the throttle, especially if you're on a more powerful bike. So it just takes a little bit of twist of the throttle and it starts to feel jerky and it's harder to hang on, and you're pushing and pulling on the bars trying to handle the full weight of the bike because you're just trying to keep up with a faster riding group. Maybe it's just your husband, your wife, your kids. Maybe you're just trying to keep up with them so that you don't annoy them, so that they'll let you keep riding with them. Well, these are really good signs that you're being pressured to ride faster, and if you keep doing them, you will end up crashing sooner than later, which I don't want you to do. Or perhaps you're riding with a family member or a friend and they're constantly yelling at you or just telling you to ride faster, try and keep up with them because they're tired of waiting for you. Well, just know that that is not a good reason to try and ride faster. If they keep forcing you or pressuring you and telling you that, oh, we're not going to invite you again if you don't ride faster, or they just say, well, if you aren't crashing, you aren't trying, or the only way to get better is to ride with faster riders. And while there is some truth to that to a degree, these are some of the best ways to get in an accident, especially if you tense up and get nervous easily trying to keep up or riding a new or more challenging section. For example, last year when I was going to a Supercross race here in Minneapolis, I started driving down the road and I realized that I forgot something, and it was something that was fairly important. I really wanted to bring it. I think it was one of my hats for Motocross Hideout, and I got back in, went to the house, grabbed it, and I was mad, and then I felt like I was running behind, so I was trying to hurry up. I backed up the car on the driveway and there was snow on the ground, and when I turned it while backing up, because we have a turnaround and there's two trees on both sides, I whipped it around a little too quickly. I tapped one of the trees because I was spinning around too fast, and it put a nice big dent in the fender. And this is because I was pressuring myself to go faster because I was frustrated, I was mad, and I was trying to make up for a lost time. And this is exactly what can happen when you're riding a dirt bike, pressuring yourself or someone's pressuring you to ride faster, and you start riding out of your comfort zone. So how do you start riding faster without being pressured to ride and crashing? Well, this is a really good sign that you haven't mastered the basic techniques yet. And in order to prevent crashing while increasing your skill, you first have to slow down and master these basic techniques. And if you want to learn what these are so that you build up your confidence faster and prevent crashes and have more fun because you're riding faster, I want to give you a free guide. It's my basic techniques guide, and you can get that at motocrosshideout.com/free lessons, or click the link in the description below. I'm Kelly Fager from Motocross Hideout. Learn more, ride more.